Most people think starting a company in Kuwait is only for large investors or well-connected business owners. But here's the truth no one tells you. Kuwait has become much more accessible in recent years, and with the right steps, foreign entrepreneurs can legally set up businesses without unnecessary confusion. The biggest mistake you need to avoid is assuming that company formation in Kuwait is just paperwork. It is not. It is a structured legal process that includes licensing, approvals, and strict compliance rules. If you skip even one step, your application can get delayed or rejected. In this video, you will learn exactly how to start a company in Kuwait in 2026, step by step, from zero knowledge to full registration, licensing, and operational setup. Everything will be explained in a simple, practical way so you can actually follow it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Kuwait is different from many Gulf countries because it has specific rules for foreign ownership, local partnerships, and business activities. But once you understand the system, it becomes very manageable. Let's start from the beginning. The first thing you need to understand is why Kuwait is even a serious option for business in 2026. Kuwait has strong purchasing power, a stable economy, and strategic access to GCC markets. For entrepreneurs like Alex from Europe or Sarah from Asia, it can be a strong base for trading, consulting, or service-based businesses. But here's the problem. Many people assume they can fully own a company in Kuwait, as foreigners, without restrictions. That is not always true. In many cases, foreign ownership rules require a local partner or specific licensing structures. So before anything else, you need to understand your ownership options. In Kuwait, the most common company structures include a limited liability company, often called NWL, a sole establishment, and branch offices for foreign companies. Each structure has different legal requirements. Let's break this down simply. If you are a foreign entrepreneur starting a small or medium business, a WL is the most common structure. It allows multiple shareholders and limits liability. However, in many cases, a Kuwaiti national partner is required depending on the business activity. Now here's where most people fail. They choose a company structure before understanding their business activity. In Kuwait, your business activity determines your legal path more than anything else. For example, a consulting business, a trading company, and a construction firm all follow different approval processes. So if Jake wants to start a digital marketing agency, his requirements will be very different from someone opening an import-export company. So the first real step is defining your business activity clearly. Once that is done, you move to the next step, which is name reservation. Your company name in Kuwait must comply with Ministry of Commerce rules. It must not conflict with existing businesses, must not violate public guidelines, and must match your business activity in many cases. You submit your name through the official commercial registration system. Once approved, your name is reserved. But here's the problem. Many applicants lose time at this stage because they choose names that are too generic or already registered. That is why it is always smart to prepare multiple name options in advance. Now once your name is reserved, you move to one of the most important stages, which is preparing legal documents. This includes shareholder documents, passport copies, business activity descriptions, and the company memorandum. If you have a local partner, their documents are also required. Now here's where it gets interesting. In Kuwait, legal documentation is taken very seriously. Even small errors in document formatting or translation can cause delays. So everything must be accurate and properly prepared. At this stage, many foreign entrepreneurs underestimate the importance of legal structuring. But this is the foundation of your entire company. Once your documents are ready, you proceed to the Ministry of Commerce for company registration approval. This is the official step where your company becomes legally recognized. You submit your application along with your documents, ownership structure, and business activity details. If everything is correct, you receive initial approval to proceed. But here's the key point. This approval is not your final license. It is only the beginning of the licensing process. Now let's move to the next step, which is obtaining your commercial license. Your commercial license determines what your company is legally allowed to do. In Kuwait, different activities require different approvals. For example, trading companies may need additional approvals from customs authorities, while service companies may need sector-specific clearance. Now here's where most people get confused. They think one license covers everything. But in reality, Kuwait separates registration from licensing and activity approval. So once your license is approved, you can move forward with setting up your physical office. Yes, in most cases, you need a registered office address in Kuwait. This is a legal requirement for company activation. The office can be a rented commercial space or a business center, depending on your company type. Now let's pause for a moment, because this is important. The office location is not just a formality. It is tied to your license validity and government inspections in some cases. So choosing the right office is part of your legal compliance. Once your office is set, you can move to the next critical step, which is opening a corporate bank account. Without a bank account, your company cannot function. But this step is often more complex than people expect. Banks in Kuwait follow strict compliance and due diligence procedures. They will review your company structure, business activity, shareholders, and expected transactions. For example, if Sarah is opening a consulting firm, the bank will want to understand her client base, invoice structure, and source of income. Now here's the problem. Many applications are delayed because business owners cannot clearly explain their business model. So you must prepare a simple and clear business explanation before applying. Once your bank account is approved, your company becomes fully operational from a financial perspective. Now let's talk about visas and residency. If you are a foreign business owner, you will likely need a residency visa linked to your company. This allows you to legally live and operate in Kuwait. The visa process includes medical tests, security checks, and sponsorship through your company. Now here's where it gets interesting. Kuwait's residency system is strictly controlled, but once approved, it gives you legal stability to operate your business long-term. At this stage, your company's setup is essentially complete. You have registration, licensing, office space, banking, and residency if needed. But let's step back and understand the full process in a clear sequence. First, you define your business activity. Then you choose your company structure. After that, you reserve your company name. Next, you prepare and submit legal documents. Then you get initial approval and commercial registration. After that, you obtain your commercial license. Then you secure your office address. Then you open your bank account. Finally, you apply for residency if required. That is a complete legal roadmap to starting a company in Kuwait in 2026. Now let's talk about the most common mistakes people make. The first mistake is choosing the wrong business activity classification. The second mistake is underestimating the need for a local partner when required. The third mistake is submitting incomplete or poorly translated documents. And the fourth mistake is not preparing properly for bank compliance checks. Avoiding these mistakes alone can save you weeks or even months of delays. Now let's talk about costs and timelines. Company formation costs in Kuwait vary depending on business type, licensing requirements, and office setup. Service businesses are usually simpler, while trading and industrial businesses require more approvals. Timelines can range from a couple of weeks to several months depending on complexity and document readiness. But here is the key insight. The process is not difficult if you are prepared. Most delays happen because of missing information, not because the system is complicated. Now, if you are someone like Alex planning to expand into the Gulf region, or Jake building an international consulting firm, Kuwait can be a strong strategic base if you follow the process correctly. So let's quickly summarize everything. You start by defining your business activity. Then you select your company structure. Then you reserve your name. After that, you prepare and submit documents. Then you get commercial registration approval. Then you obtain your business license. Then you set up your office. Then you open your bank account. And finally, you apply for residency if needed. That is the full legal process. And here is the final takeaway. Kuwait rewards preparation. If your documents are clean, your structure is correct, and your business activity is properly defined, the process becomes much smoother. But if you rush or guess your way through it, you will face delays. If this guide helped you understand the full process clearly, make sure you like the video, comment with your business idea, and subscribe for more step-by-step guides like this. It helps you stay informed and helps you avoid costly mistakes when starting your company abroad.